welcome to another question here. We are gathering here to discuss the lecture video on the introduction to rockets and missiles. So first of all, here our students are going to discuss the introduction to rockets. So what is a rocket, as well as what is the missile, and then the difference between the rocket and missile, what is the purpose, and what is the insight for these things, rockets and missiles are being used, and based on which category the rockets are classified as well as the missiles also. So those concepts will be explained as well as discussed with our students, they themselves. So we will start one by one from our third year students here.
Hello everyone, I am Harshita. Today we are discussing the topic of rockets and missiles. Rockets and missiles both are very different, like they are developed because of the different application, even though they work on the common principle of rocket propulsion. Rockets, why it is used in the sense because to carry the payloads. What are the payloads? Like satellites for scientific reasons, and cargos, and like crew members, whatever it is. So missiles, and it was used for the not for the development, for the research purpose, for the defense purpose, etc. So further classification, division, everything will be explained by our teammates.
Hello everyone, I am Janani. I am from third year Aerospace Department. So rockets are the vehicles that used to carry payloads like satellites and spacecraft into space. So rockets are programmed to follow a pre-planned trajectory. They do not follow their own trajectory, and also they do not track objects. And based on classifications, rockets are classified as single-stage rockets and multi-stage rockets, and based on propellant, solid, liquid and hybrid, and based on missions, launch vehicles. Thank you.
Good afternoon everyone, I am Bhavya. I am here to explain about the missiles. A missile is a guided weapon system specifically designed to deliver the payload at a specific location. The missiles are classified based on their trajectory, launching system and range, and based on their range it is classified as short range, mid range and intercontinental range, and based on their trajectory they are classified as ballistic missiles and cruise missiles, and based on their launching system they are classified as surface to surface, surface to air and air to air. For example, Prithvi and Agni are Indian made missiles, and BrahMos is made by Indian and Russian collaboration. That's all.
So good afternoon everyone, I am Gopika from third year Aerospace Department. So I am here to talk about the difference between the rockets and missiles. In rockets and missiles, the difference lies in their purpose and its guidance. So the rockets are designed to reach the high altitude or space. Meanwhile, the missiles are designed to hit the target accurately. So here the rockets lack active guidance after its launch, but whereas in missiles they get the active and continuously ride. So rockets carries the satellites, scientific instruments or crewmates. Meanwhile in missiles it carries the warhead. So it influences their designs, materials and the flight profiles.
Good afternoon everyone, I am Manadi from third year Aerospace Department. Let me conclude this topic and explain about its importance. Rocket and missiles may look similar, but they are fundamentally different in application and as well as classification. Rockets support scientific advancement and space exploration. Meanwhile, missiles play a role in national defense and in security. Understanding their classification may help aerospace engineers to select propulsion systems and design strategies. So this case study shows how the propulsion principles can be applied in peaceful and as well as in the design strategic technologies. So that's all about it. Thank you.
Let me include the examples of launch vehicles. So PSLV, Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, and GSLV, Geosynchronous Launch Vehicle, and LVM-3 marks of the rockets. So ASLV, Augmented Small Launch Vehicle, PSLV, SSLV, GSLV, Geosynchronous Launch Vehicle, and PSLV, Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, and LVM-3. So these and sounding rockets. These are the rockets commonly used. But in ISRO, we will be using PSLV, GSLV Mark II, and LVM-3. Now the recent launch we have seen that is PSLV. It has 4 stages, like 4 stages, and the stage 1 and 2 is solid, and 2 and 4 is liquid. And like LVM-3, it is combination of 3 cryo, like solid, liquid, and the cryo. Solid stage will be for the boosters, and the liquid is in the second stage. They uses Vikas engine, and the third stage will be like cryogenic. So they uses CUS engine or CE engine.
Yeah, it's a nice contribution from our students regarding the introduction of rockets and missiles. And I want to ask one question regarding what is the difference between an aircraft and a rocket in basic?
Aircraft is to carry passengers and rocket is to carry payloads.
Passengers are also called as payload. Generally, passengers are also called as payloads. Okay.
Rocket is to launch them into space.
Okay.
And aircraft is
Also travels to level, so
Beyond
11 kilometers of
so it's not to reach space. For that it is called air breathing, and another one is called non-air breathing. Which is air breathing aircraft or a rocket?
Aircraft is air breathing. They use air breathing engines.
Okay, why air breathing engines? Aircraft are called why?
Because they use initially air as for thrust directly, so they use air breathing. Here we will be using propellant to create a thrust.
Okay, why air is needed for thrust?
air accepts and oxidizes.
So we need for combustion. From that only thrust is produced. For burning, for igniting, which one is needed? We already studied. We have studied in class under grade 5 or not. Okay. For ignition, which one is needed? No. Otherwise, we can have a candle. We can ignite it. If you
Igniter.
after ignition, oxygen. So oxygen is available in the air. So that is air breathing engine, breathing. But non-air breathing means air is not needed. So rockets are called as non-air breathing engine, so that it can go beyond the atmosphere, so that it can reach space. So for that also thrust is needed, no? Thrust is needed for non-air breathing engine. For that, how the thrust is being produced in combustion chamber, how?
Because they use fuel and oxidizer as a separate tank.
Yeah. So they are going with the oxidizer as well as fuel. Okay, so separately they are using 2 tanks, so that it is not needed, air is not needed, directly they are going with the oxidizer. Okay, that is a very, very good difference between why it is aircraft as well as rockets or missiles going beyond the atmosphere. Okay, only thing is oxygen. Okay, why staging? We are using staging, that is single stage, 2 stage, that is multi stage we are using. Staging is needed. Why? For rockets.
We remove the dead loads.
Okay, after ignition it can be deployed. Okay, then unnecessarily we are going with the unnecessary items to be carried. So the payload is being there without any use. Okay, if you carry, what happens? A man is going and running fastly. Okay, unnecessarily I have load, an animal will stand behind that back. What happens? The speed of the person will be decreased because of the weight being added. It is unwanted. Okay, so that payload should be removed. For that, staging is needed. Okay, so these kind of things you should understand. Okay, we will see a different topic in the next class. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.